On September 10th, 2003, Brandon Aubrey steps out on the field of MetLife Stadium for the very first time. The adrenaline pulsing through his veins as the crowd roars. At 28 years old, it's his first NFL game, and he's about to attempt a 21-yard field goal. As he lines up the kick, a thought crosses his mind. How the heck did I get here? Now that's a very reasonable question, considering Aubrey wasn't a football phenom at Notre Dame. In fact, he never even set foot on the field during his college years. At least, not the football field. Now, Brandon Aubrey's story begins in Plano, Texas, where football is a religion. But soccer? Now that's a different story. And Aubrey? He was all about soccer. Growing up, he lived and breathed the sport. Every kick, every goal, it was another step to greatness. His foot was like a guided missile, and the soccer ball was his target. Aubrey's passion for soccer paid off when he earned a spot at Notre Dame. Not to kick footballs, but to send soccer balls sailing past goalkeepers. He shined bright at Notre Dame, becoming a starter for 3 straight years. Graduating with dreams to play professionally, Aubrey entered the MLS as a first-round pick for Toronto FC. They welcomed him with open arms. He had finally made it. He was a professional soccer player. After his second season with Bethlehem Steel, something changed. Now maybe it was the brutal Canadian winters, or perhaps the realization that a software engineer pays a lot more than chasing a soccer ball. Either way, Aubrey swapped his cleats for coding as he set out to conquer the world as a software engineer. Now fast forward to 2019. Aubrey, now a software engineer, he starts to get an itch. Now coding, it's cool and all, but kicking a ball as hard as you can, there's just something about it. Something that doesn't go away. Now enter Brian Egan, a renowned kicking coach. Now their meeting wasn't a Hollywood script by any means. Not the enter the mentor and just when the mentee needs him type of Mr. Miyagi bullshit. No, it wasn't any of that. No, Aubrey showed up to Egan's free camp in Frisco, Texas. But this is where Aubrey's second dream began to take shape. Under Egan's guidance, Aubrey spent the next 2 years perfecting his craft, transforming his soccer kicking foot into a football kicking machine. Gone were the days of aiming for corners or bending it like Beckham. No, his goal now, straight down the middle. With 2 years of blood, sweat, and more misses than he would like to admit, Aubrey was ready, and the Birmingham Stallions came calling. In 2002, the Birmingham Stallions took Aubrey as their place kicker in the USFL draft. Now for you guys at home keeping score, this is the second time Aubrey's been drafted into a professional sports team. No big deal, right? He made his debut on April 16, 2022, wasting no time in proving himself. He played all 10 games for the Stallions, making 18 of 22 field goal attempts and going 22 for 24 on extra points. Those stats led the entire USFL, and it's like he had been kicking footballs his whole life. On June 16th, Aubrey was named to the inaugural All-USFL team. Imagine that, just 2 years ago, hunched over on a laptop writing code, and now he's the best kicker in the league. Aubrey re-signed with the Stallions for the 23 season and just kept getting better. He only missed one of his 15 field goal attempts that year, even hitting a 49-yarder. Seriously, the man was on fire. Oh, and did I mention he helped the Stallions to back-to-back USFL championships? Yeah, there's that too. With 2 shiny USFL championship rings and enough confidence to fill a football stadium, Aubrey's life took another twist. In a move that showed how generous sports can be, the Stallions terminated Aubrey's contract on July 3rd, 2023. Wait, what? Why would they do that? Well, as it turns out, they were doing him a huge favor. By releasing him, they allowed him to sign with the Dallas Cowboys just 3 days later. Now, it's not every day a team goes, man, thanks for winning 2 championships for us. Now, let's go see what you can do in the NFL. Then came his big NFL debut. It was week 1 of the 23 season, as the Cowboys played primetime versus the New York Giants. Aubrey trotted out onto the field, his heart racing. He connected on both of his field goal attempts, one being a solid 38-yarder. No big deal, right? Just your average NFL debut. Except, the Cowboys won 40-0 in a blowout. Now that's one way to make an entrance. As the season progressed, Aubrey didn't just settle in. He soared. In Week 8 against the Los Angeles Rams, Aubrey was a one-man scoring machine. He scored 11 points, including a monstrous 58-yard field goal. For his efforts, he was named NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. And by the end of the season, Aubrey was perfect, going an incredible 35 for 35. Let me repeat that. He did not miss a single field goal the entire year. He also broke the record for consecutive field goals made to start a career, which before was only 19. He was rewriting the record books as a rookie. And if that wasn't enough, he earned a Pro Bowl selection in his very first year. Yeah, that happened too. Now you would think Aubrey would be content. You know, playing on America's team. He's kicking field goals like a robot, breaking records, and doing everything he can. But Brandon Aubrey is nothing if not humble. Reflecting on his journey, he jokes that his 10-year-old self would probably be a little disappointed in the whole pro soccer player dream that didn't pan out. But hey, can you really complain when you're nailing 58-yard field goals in the NFL? I've accomplished at least one of my dreams, Aubrey said, but there's still more work to do. And that's the thing about Aubrey. He's always hungry for more. He has been quoted as saying, "If you ever feel like you've arrived, I feel like you're going to be quickly humbled." Sounding as wise as a 29-year-old kicking sage can sound. Oh, and did I mention he's juggling his new NFL fame with also being a father? Yes, in the middle of all the kicking and record setting, Aubrey and his wife Jen welcomed their very first child. If being a professional athlete wasn't enough, now he's a dad too? Talk about some multitasking. As Aubrey continues his journey with the Cowboys, the story is more than just a series of amazing kicks. It's about chasing dreams, even if they've changed, and never giving up. Whether it's on a soccer field, a football field, or in life, Aubrey's journey is a reminder that with hard work and perseverance, and maybe a friendly favor or two, anything is possible. So next time you see Brandon Aubrey lining up for a field goal, just remember, it isn't a guy who's just kicking a field goal. It's a man living his dream. One perfectly placed kick at a time. As always, guys, I appreciate you. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and check out the channel for a lot more long-form content. I'm starting a little short series on this day in sports history, so check that out also. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time.